I just wrote 2 emails in under an hour, and before AI, that would have taken me hours, if not the whole day, to complete. The best part about these emails is they have the power to go on to make my clients a fortune. And this is the exact system that I'm gonna break down in this video on how I've been able to make tens of thousands of dollars for my clients by using AI to pump out high converting copy. And make sure you stick around to the end because I actually give you a 30-day game plan and roadmap on exactly what to do to get extremely good at this. Because at the end of the day, it is still a skill you're going to have to get good and better at because AI can handle most of the heavy lifting, but you have to know the strategy and you need to know how to add in your human element so that the AI that you use is completely undetectable. Because at the end of the day, in 2025, people who call themselves AI copywriters usually suck. And the biggest reason why is because they don't understand how to avoid AI slop. AI slop is going to ruin absolutely any copy that you create because it's very obvious it's AI. You spent 5 seconds in ChatGPT asking it to write you an email about a specific topic. It just spit it out and then you copy and paste it into a Google Doc and send it to your client. They're gonna know exactly what that is. And what that does is it makes your client look bad because it looks like they're just lazy and they use ChatGPT for everything. And it also hurts their sales and hurts their money. So when everyone uses the same AI in the same way with the same prompts, your competitive advantage isn't that you use AI, but you use AI correctly. And I've had so many people go from zero to thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars per month with copywriting. I've already had a huge playlist right here on YouTube that I actually link down below if you want to go and watch it to see their stories and how they've been doing this as well. And this is the exact system that I've taught all of them to be successful too. So I've come up with a very simple framework that we're going to use in this video called VIBE, V-I-B-E. So instead of just telling you what to do, I'm actually going to show you what to do. So let's hop into my laptop right here. This is the prospect that we're going to be writing for in this example. So really quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into his reels and then I'm going to do everything right up until a point. I'm going to show you what most people end up doing. So the best way to start AI copywriting is by, of course, getting to their profile and looking at their content. So what most people might do is find a post like this. They might take the caption, copy it, hop over to ChatGPT and say, make me an email for my client's email list. And then they say, make it about this. And then they give it, they send it. And now we're about to see what AI slop really looks like. Subject, 10 plug and play hooks for the next reel. Body, stop overthinking your next video's opening line. You don't need to spend hours trying to come up with the perfect hook. These 10 plug and play content hooks do the heavy lifting for you. And then one of those beautiful end dashes that it just uses over and over and over again that scream that this was made with AI. Just fill in what you help people with and you've got a week's worth of content ideas in seconds. Examples, these things. Best part, once you nail your hook, the rest of the video practically writes itself. Grab the 10 hooks link here. Okay, so I said make this into a marketing email and it literally like more or less copied and pasted the whole thing. Didn't make it different at all, didn't make it better at all, didn't expand on anything. So as you can see, if you're using AI like this, like just completely face value, all your emails are gonna suck. So there's still some skill and some knowledge behind how you use AI properly, which is what I'm about to show you how to do right now. So now I have another gentleman here. His name is Ben Heath. And as you can see, he does Facebook ads and Instagram ads for business owners and marketers. So this is a B2B gentleman. As you can see, this is his product. This is his other thing. So what I'm going to do is I actually opened up his YouTube. So I found his Instagram. I'm opening up his YouTube right now. And I'm going to pick one of his popular videos from recently. And I'm going to feed that into not ChatGPT, but Claude. The reason why is because Claude is a much better writing experience. ChatGPT is great for things like research, but that's where the two kind of differentiate themselves. So looking through these, I'm actually going to pick this one right here, the Facebook ads that you can't afford to make. And the reason why I want to pick that one is because on his email list, his people already know about ads. They're a little bit already warmed up. They already know who he is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick an angle. It's like some problem that most people make or something specific that people who are already running ads like to do. Not a here's how to run ads from scratch sort of email. So I'm going to open this up right here. And honestly, I don't even have to watch the video. And this is part of the reason why using AI is so awesome, because years ago when I was a copywriter, before AI was even out, I was out here having to watch like 3 or 4 videos and really understand my client and then send them over a piece of copy for a sample. And now everything is just so much easier. You can literally just create all of these emails on a daily basis, send them out to potential clients. They're going to look at them, open them, say, wow, these are actually really good. And they're going to want to hire you just off of the copy practice that you've been doing with AI. And you're going to be able to mass produce these emails so much. You're going to be able to do so much outreach and give people a ton of value. So now with my own voice, with my mouth, I'm going to create a prompt for this. So the Vibe framework I talked about earlier stands for voice, info dump, brand examples, and execute. So realistically, the first three are very simple. You can do this by giving it a transcript. Now it has the voice, it has the brands, and you did the info dump as well. And then the last one is execute. So we already went and got the transcript. Now I want to tell it exactly what I want. And as a quick side note, all the prompts that I'm going to be giving you here today, I'm also going to put inside of this free AI prompt pack. As you can see, there's already a bunch of AI prompts in here, but I'm going to create some other AI prompts here too that I'm going to leave in here, and those are going to be down below for free in the free copy starter kit. You get that, you copy and paste all of these, and you just use AI exactly how I'm doing as well. So without any further ado, let's get prompting. I want you to create me a 400 character marketing email for my client. I want it to be highly personal, not overly formal. I want you to use things like wordplay, idioms, analogies, hypotheticals, and examples. I want it to be persuasive. Add in some humor there as well. I want you to use these specific frameworks, details, and angles from the transcribed video that I also give you. Okay, so I spoke my prompt into existence, and now I'm simply going to paste, and we will see what happens. All right, so AI gave us our email, but there's a problem. If we take a look at it, look at some of these gigantic paragraphs. We don't like those paragraphs. So one of the biggest pieces of advice that I can give you guys is don't try to get it all done in one prompt. It's going to be faster, easier, and more efficient to argue with AI, to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then on top of that, I know I said 300 characters, but this looks kind of long. So now I'm going to say, make it 50% longer. Also break up the paragraphs to be way smaller. 1 to 2 sentence paragraphs are perfect. Some paragraphs can even have a couple words in them only. All right, and now we're gonna run it again. Your ads aren't broken, but your product might be. Here's the harsh truth nobody tells you. Your Facebook ads might be performing like a Ferrari, stuck in traffic made of bad reviews. You're cranking out new creative, tweaking audiences, sacrificing sleep to the meta gods. But if your product isn't a 7 out of 10 and your competitor down the street is a 9 out of 10, you're basically trying to win a marathon in flip-flops. Here's what's really happening. Think about it like a restaurant. Okay, so pause real quick. When we get to the restaurant analogy, huge warning is that, when you use Claude, all it does is like the chef analogies and the restaurant analogies, and chef analogies and restaurant analogies, and Apple analogies, and Netflix versus Blockbuster. So as a side note, you have to use AI extremely consistently so that you can spot these patterns of what it always does. Because once you know what it always does, then you know exactly what to avoid. So if I'm taking this complete email, obviously it only gave me 70 to 80% of the email finished. That means the 20 to 30%, the last 20 to 30% is me. So when I'm going through and editing this, I'm taking out the restaurant stuff, or I'm telling it straight up, I want you to change the restaurant analogy. Then that way I can go ahead and still get AI to mass produce the copy for me. But then I am still, again, the one coming in with the skill and making it better. And then anybody who even uses AI on a super consistent basis will look at this and not even be able to tell that it is AI. And that is where the skill in AI copywriting really comes in. So think about it like a restaurant. Your ads are the mouth-watering photo outside, beautiful, attention-grabbing, and click-worthy. But if the past is mediocre, word spreads faster than you can say algorithm change. One friend tells another, who tells their yoga instructor, who posts in their Facebook group, boom. Negative word of mouth compounds interest working against you. And there's where it gets brutal. You're not just fighting one bad review, you're fighting the friend of a friend who heard it wasn't great. The ChatGPT search that pulls up meh ratings, the comparison shopper who sees competitor with 4.8 stars to your 3.9, and the real kicker, other AI. The real kicker, never use that. Anything with the real kicker, you want to learn how to flip the script. And guys, I have a whole list of AI slop that I can actually put in that prompt pack as well, so that you know exactly what not to use too. So I put it right here. It's called the SLOP framework, S-L-O-P. S is to scrub the buzzwords. These are a ton of the buzzwords that you want to avoid at all costs. Please don't put them in your copy. Next is the language check, or just like, does it sound human? So you want to read it out loud, replace robotic transitions, include industry slang and insider terms. This one's huge. Sometimes I add in like typos and like very, very niche slang, especially at the beginning of my copy or the beginning of the email. That way it really, really feels genuine and authentic, and it's not AI at all. Next is to make sure that it matches the client's actual speaking style. This is like one thing that I might use in an email where AI won't do this. And everyone kind of knows what this means. It's kind of like you making fun of whatever is being said when you do this lowercase, uppercase thing. Next is originality injection. So as client-specific examples and case studies, really important. This is why we did the whole transcription. Include personal anecdotes and brand stories, reference current events or trending topics. That one's really, really huge. For example, I might say something about how Alex Hormozi just released his $100 million Money Models book, which is recent. That wouldn't work. And AI probably wouldn't write that itself. And also inject opinions that take a stance. So not the wishy-washy both sides BS that AI likes to do. And then finally is personality. Add in humor, appropriate to the brand voice. Very important, right? There's no use in trying to be like the funniest email ever if your client is like, I don't know, some financial advisor dude, or he's like Dave Ramsey, who ain't a comedian. Next is use sentence fragments like this one. And then finally, throw in mild controversy or hot takes. So in short, those are a few of the things that you're always going to want to avoid when it comes to AI slop. All right. Most business owners think their stuff is brilliant. Spoiler, your customers' reviews tell a different story. I've talked to thousands of advertisers over the past decade. You know how many have told me their campaigns died because their product wasn't quite good enough? Zero, not one. Everyone assumes that their product is amazing, that it's the ads, the creative, the targeting, the iOS update, Mercury in retrograde. Nope. Here's your reality check. Another one, reality check, AI slop. Good isn't good enough. You need to be better than the alternatives. Not just good, not just fine, not just decent for the price, better. Because Gen Z isn't clicking your ad buying. They're bouncing to Google, hunting for reviews, comparing you to everyone else, then maybe remembering your brand name and coming back later. Which also murders your attribution tracking, by the way. Your ads don't exist in a vacuum, and neither does your product. So before you dump another dollar into ad, ask yourself, would you leave a 5-star review for what you're selling? Would you tell your best friend to buy it? If you're hesitating even a little bit, fix this product first. Scale second. Because here's what nobody wants to hear. You can create more negative word of mouth by selling a mediocre product. More customers equals more disappointment equals more bad reviews equals harder to sell over time. It's reverse compounding, and it's a killer. The flip side, when your product is genuinely better than the competition, everything gets easier. Your ad spend goes farther. Customers come back, they tell friends, your brand builds power, and that 4.6-star rating becomes a cheat code that makes an average ad perform like winners. Customer satisfaction and customer acquisition aren't separate games. They're the same game, and you can't win one without the other. Want the playbook on turning your product into a 9 out of 10 that everyone's actually talking about? The one that makes your competitors scratch their heads wondering why your average ads crush it while their perfect creative flops. And then the CTA. So for the CTA, I might put something like, that's the exact system that we use inside of, let's go see what his product is. Improve your meta ads with Hyros. Okay. Want me to mentor you? Yes. Want me to agency done it for you? Get a personalized mentorship, generate 600. Right. Yeah. So for the CTA, again, since it only does 70% to 80%, and I have to do the next 20 to 30%, I know life is so tough over here as an AI copywriter, then I would just go in and I would say something like, this is exactly what we focus on inside of AdMaster 365. Because ads aren't just about ads. We have to showcase your authority and showcase your good reviews as much as possible. And one of the ways that we do that is not only do a deep dive on your ads, but also make sure that your product is in check as well. And if you have a product that isn't in check, we'll teach you how to optimize that as soon as possible so that your ads can actually scale without the negative compounding working against it. And scene. So that was about 20 minutes to write that nice, good, long email. And I also had to explain it along the way. So I could probably get this done in 15 minutes. I can get 4 emails done in 1 hour. That's $200 per email. It's $800 an hour. And I've been paid, over $1,000 per hour while writing AI copy. That's how simple and that's how effective it can really be. All right, so now you have the step-by-step, the play-by-play. You've seen me do it right before your very eyes, but how do you, watching this video, actually get better at it over time? Well, here's a 30-day plan for you to get extremely good at AI copywriting, to when you can pump out high-converting copy that doesn't even sound like AI whatsoever, so that you can get paid big bucks for your clients. And as a side note, speaking of clients, you're gonna need to know how to get clients, how to actually make offers, and how to write things that are other than just emails. Well, I did exactly that. I started a brand new AI service from completely scratch, and I made a video of me creating it, figuring out the offer, building out some free value, and getting a client all within 24 hours. So I'll leave the link to that video down below. All right, so as for your 30-day plan, we're gonna start with a daily routine on days 1 to 10. These are some daily drills to really hammer in the pattern recognition of using AI. So every day you're gonna pick 2 different brands from either YouTube or Instagram of people that you would want to work with, potential clients. As a disclaimer, you never want to write fairy tale copy, which is just copy about an imaginary product. Like I wanna write copy about a fitness product. That's a bad idea because it doesn't give you any parameters to work inside of. So always make sure that you're picking somebody to write for. Then you wanna use the vibe framework that I showed you how to do to create emails for both of them. And then, which is really important, you want to compare what you made in your email to their content that they already put out. So if they're already putting out emails, if they're already creating Instagram captions or content, you want to see how close of a match your finished product is versus their finished product. Furthermore, you can even go the extra step and get other people to review your copy and tell you where it's good, where it sucks, where it sounds like AI. Inside of the free communities, I have a free school community and a free Discord community that you can use. They're free and they're down below in the description. Now, days 11 to 20, we want to work on speed and refinement. So you're gonna be doing the same exercises you were doing for the first days, but you want to limit yourself to see if you can do it within 20 minutes, a 20-minute email challenge. So focus on getting faster, focus on making your copy even better, and really focus on making your AI completely undetectable. Like it really, really does sound like you wrote it for your specific client. By day 20, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to pump out an amazing email within 15 minutes. Then comes day 21 to 30. This is where you use real-world application. So you wanna take all the emails that you've created and you want to send them to the businesses that you've already created them for. This way, it looks like free value, like, hey, I'm showing you these emails so that I can prove to you I can write copy like you. So if there's anywhere in your business that you think copy could actually help you out or you need a copywriter, then I can certainly do that for you and help out and see how I can add value to what you're doing. By day 30, people should have already replied to you. You should already be in talks with some people, and hopefully you'll even have a client by then. But look, if you wanted me to be 100% completely honest, 90% of the people who are watching this video are going to do absolutely nothing about it. They're gonna sit there with their finger in their nose watching it and think, wow, this is some really good information. And then they're gonna go back to doing nothing. But there's a select few who are actually going to take action, do everything that I've shown them here in this video, and within the next few weeks or months are going to be making $200 to $300 per email, are going to be making thousands of dollars per month, and even might be joining the 10K per month students that are right here on my channel. And that is the difference between watching and doing. So in short, are you in?